Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I go by Lune, INNATE, and what I'm creating for you could be a relaxing video, a way for you to communicate with your subconscious mind, and a energy work session if you're open to the concept of energy work by proxy. Right, our theme for today is about the subtle senses. The third eye is what is connected to our subtle senses, and often we think of it only as an inner vision of such, but it's more than vision. It's also a feeling, a phantom scent, a ability to tune in to your subtle body. Essentially, it is the connecting point to your subtle body. And your subtle body, just like your physical body, has all of these senses. So what we're doing today is empowering the third eye area with intentions to comfortably enhance your subtle senses. And why we might do this is because these are navigation tools. These are the sixth sense. The sixth sense is not really one sense. It is the concept of the subtle senses. All right, so we're going to start with a candle in this cute little soapstone container. Please forgive the trafficy sounds outside. And I have these matches. This is cold sweat. I'm just going to put that in our candle. On behalf of the highest and greatest good and perfect comfort and alignment, our intention today is to support harmony, balance, alignment, empowerment, and more specifically, the comfortable activation of not only our intuition, but our subtle senses. How your subtle body communicates to you. And for some of us, it even communicates through, and for many of us really, it communicates through the actual physical body, like an itchy nose, or the hairs on your neck standing up, or a feeling in your gut. Right? So if you'd like to set an intention specifically associated to your third eye connection, your subtle senses, your intuition, your sixth sense, if you will. Please just have a look at this little dancing flame and send in your intention, your wish, your declaration, your will. Of course, this is all about comfort. This isn't about force, but reclaiming these qualities, these abilities that we all innately have, these psychic senses. And they make navigating this confusing realm quite, it's very supportive. Right? Just going to show you the stones that I'm working with today. The first, and please remember that I like to manually focus, plus I film kind of in the dark, so autofocus doesn't even work, but I don't like it anyway. So please, if it's out of focus, just kind of zone out, get a little dreamy. It's on purpose, okay? Here we have a purple Angelite. I'm sorry, I never remember the appropriate name. But this is one of the most powerful stones I've ever encountered, truly. And I know we're all different, we sense things differently. But this one is quite buzzy for me and absolutely beautiful. So I wanted to bring this in to support that powerful activation, that wake up, that little lightning bolt kind of jolts to get us connected again with our subtle senses. To not just feel them, but to make sense of them. And of course, we want to be grounded. We don't want to be led entirely by synchronicities and thoughts that we have in our head or feelings. It has to be balanced between logic, or else we end up with disillusion and this strange facade. Right, so I'm going to place this by our candle. I also have a Labradorite for that grounding. Excuse me, itchy nose. Let me do that again. Here I have some Labradorite. And of all the kind of third eye cosmic stones, I'd say Labradorite is one of the more grounding ones. It's not particularly buzzy, it's more gentle and soothing, I would say, if anything. I mean, that's my experience. There's the raw side, you can see the raw flash. So cool. How amazing to see the unseen, to look below the layers and feel what is not necessarily tangible, that which cannot be explained so easily, not in measurements, but in other forms of proof, right? Then I have this little iolite piece. It looks like a little black stone, but it's actually a translucent, like soft indigo color. And this is incredibly wonderful for the third eye connection. Just going to set that intention to awaken our subtle senses and awaken the receptors within us that allow us to decipher, to understand, to comprehend these subtle senses. Claircognizance, clairvoyance, clairaudience, all the clairs. There are exercises, of course, we can do to support the development of the third eye and the subtle senses. So, Iolite. And finally, this is an Indigo Aura, an Angel Aura. It's like Angel Aura on the bottom, Indigo Aura on the top. I believe this is from Monk and Moon. The Labradorite was a gift. The purple Angelite is from Monk and Moon. And the Iolite is from the Real Crystal Witch. So we're going to channel this activation, this comfortable awakening, this gentle, this natural activation. Right in, focusing in on the third eye. Sweeping, pulling through the subtle body, the subtle receptors, the subtle nerve endings, the communication pathways and meridians that allow you to understand what your subtle communication is telling you. The ability as well to fact check, I don't like that word because I think that makes it sound like we're trying to release the mystery when the mystery is all part of it. But, especially if this has to do with other people. For example, there are people that email me saying I'm talking to them, that I have a relationship with them, that kind of stuff. Like, that's in the delusional field of the third eye. You know what I'm talking about? That's ungrounded. It's untrue. I'm not talking to anyone. But there are other people who, for example, write me and say that they had a dream experience and that they saw me there and I gave them a message. That's different, that's not intrusive, and that's not, it's, how do I put this? It's not about me. It's about your subconscious communicating to you. And if it shows up in a form that you're familiar with, such as me or a character or another friend or someone from your past, it's still just a message from your subconscious. Most of the time, 99% of the time. And that's what these subtle senses are telling us. They are the subconscious communication, the subconscious awareness. I feel tummy gurgles. Alright, so we're just really going to focus now. You have the key to unlock any door in your mind. You are able-bodied in the subtle, always. Alright. So we're going to now use this singing bowl here, which is in A note for the third eye. It's a crystal singing bowl. So we're just going to set an intention, So we're just going to set an intention for this note, this wave, this frequency to wash over you, to penetrate the subtle senses, to activate them, to attune them, to refresh them, to rev them up. But of course, I only mean in comfort and what is right for you. You will never receive what is not right for you. All right. I'm focused on channeling through into the bowl. going to use some of my astral projection mist from Bella's Enchanted Perfumery. We're going to connect with the subtle body, the subtle form, the astral form. Right, we're going to do a little exercise too. I'm going to project a color. Just kind of tune in. Don't try to see with your eyes. Feel it with your third eye, with a word that pops in your head or a color you're able to pick up on. What color can you tune into? I was thinking of green. Right, now I'm going to pick a day of the week. Just hold it in my mind and channel it through to you. Think of, just allow it. Don't feel anything, that's okay. It's just a little exercise. Great. I'm thinking of Monday. Monday. I'm going to use some of the Moon Magic Atmosphere Mist from Angela Mary Magic. It's a very powerful mist. There we go. We're going to just really send in those activations, focusing on those points, those receptors, the pathways, the auditory pathways, for things to pop in your head. The inner vision pathways for you to see without eyes. The sensations, the feeling of touch when nothing's there. Taste, like remembering a flavor of your favorite bubblegum when you were a kid. Of scent. Of scent. Of the way your grandma's kitchen smelled. Like a memory. Or when you think of the smell of cinnamon, and you can kind of tune in, even without actually smelling it. It's kind of like a memory. These things can feel like memories, but they can feel just unexplainable as well, like something you haven't experienced yet. So sweeping through the entire subtle body now, really focused on waking up these little receptors, these channels. I'm getting like peanut butter cookies in my head, like specifically the kind you press with a fork. Sorry about the air conditioner. It's pretty hot today. Alright. Feel the auric field. Get big and comfy for you to process. Wonderful. Well, I hope you enjoyed our little session today. Thank you so much for allowing me to share a little piece of your path. This channel, Patreon, the classes has changed my life so dramatically over the past year specifically, and I just want to say thank you so very much, and it's an honor to serve. From the very bottom of my heart, I bow to the divine within you, within me, to this connection, this energy shit we are all connected through. Alright, much love to you, and namaste.